6th grade, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to make French macaroons. Macaroons are all the rage, but not many people know how to make them. With some practice, you can make them look and taste amazing. To make macaroons, you will need extra fine almond flour, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, salt, eggs, butter, gel food coloring, and heavy whipping cream. At the start, there are a lot of things you need to do ahead of time. First of all, you need to make sure that you let your 3 eggs get to room temperature so that you can whip them quickly. Second, you need to make sure that your dry ingredients are very fine so that you don't get a lumpy surface on your macaron. To make sure that you get that smooth top, put 1 cup of extra fine almond flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. In a food processor or blender. In my case, I'm using my Ninja blender because I do not have a food processor. I'm just going to blend this up a few times to make sure that it gets really fine. Once you are finished with the dry ingredients, get out your 3 eggs. Separate the yolks from the whites by cracking the shell and carefully removing the yolk from shell to shell, letting the white fall into a bowl. Before you get whipping, add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt to the bowl with your egg whites. Then you are going to start whipping. You're going to take your electric mixer and put it on a low setting and just keep whipping that until they get frothy and white. So my egg whites are white and frothy, so I'm going to start gradually adding in my 4th cup of sugar. Okay, now I'm just going to keep whipping these until I get my soft peaks, and then eventually when I get my stiff peaks. So I'm at stiff peaks right now, and you can see that because when I stir it around and then push it up, the top of the meringue stays still and it doesn't fall over. So now is the time when you want to add in your 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. A little bit more. Who doesn't like a sweet macaron? So now I'm going to make my macaroons blue. And so now I'm going to switch over to my spatula and just mix this in. Okay, and then I recommend using a gel food coloring because it won't fade while you're baking it, and it'll just have a lot more vibrant color. So now I'm going to add in 1/3 of my dry ingredients. And then I'm just going to keep mixing this in until it's fully incorporated. My dry ingredients are all mixed in, and so now I am just piping my macaroons onto this cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. So I piped the rest of my macaroons, and so now I'm going to drop the tray. So I'm going to bang it on the counter to let any of the air bubbles out so that they won't be air bubbles when they bake. Okay, and now I'm going to let these rest for 30 minutes. So these have rested for 30 minutes, and so now I'm going to bake them for 17 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know that they're ready because when I touch it, my finger comes off clean. And so yeah, so now I'm going to put these in the oven for 17 minutes. While the macaroons are cooling, it's time to make the buttercream filling. Beat together 2 sticks of butter, 3 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. The final step is to squeeze your buttercream filling in between 2 cookies and gently press down. And then the last step is to enjoy them with your 6th grade class. Enjoy!